You sound in a good mood. Why wouldn't you be? It's Saturday night. Welcome to the Jonathan Ross Show. What an exciting night on ITV1 this is, because Britain's Got Talent is back on, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Who doesn't love that show? We've gone a little more late night, tried a touch of sophistication, and always, as always, sandwiched in between, for those who've fallen through the cracks of society, we had Take Me Out. So there you go, it's a packed in. And looking ahead, what a great summer we've got coming up. We've got the Olympics. Are you looking forward to the Olympics, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Oh, sounds like we've got a lot of Australians in. Now, something strange has been happening to me in recent weeks, OK? And this is... I'm not particularly happy about this. Wherever I go, people in the street have been calling out to me, "Good luck in Eurovision." Go on, stick it to Europe. And most baffling of all, you can do it, Engelbert. So they're calling me Engelbert Humperdinck. How can people mistake me, a virile, youngish man in my prime, for a 75-year-old? I look nothing like him. What? What? Just see Engelbert again, because if you look at Engelbert on his own, you'll see that is actually what I look like in high definition. Good luck to him. Let me ask you a question. How many men here have ever considered having a vasectomy? Don't worry, we're not asking for a volunteer on the show. It's not... What if I told you? Because a lot of men have thought about it and have been reluctant. What if I told you that if you got a free pizza with the vasectomy, would you be interested then? Yeah. Because there's a clinic in Massachusetts that they're genuinely offering it. They've come up with an offer, free pizza with every vasectomy. OK? Everyone who gets the snip gets the choice of a free deep pan margarita, Hawaiian or pepperoni. I wouldn't have thought that would have been the deciding factor, actually, whether you're going to get a free pizza. And they might want to think again about their slogan, "They're so good, you'll want to come again." Because I don't think that really... Also, when you're there, avoid the dough balls, all right? We have a contender for the worst firefighter in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this clip and watch closely where he's aiming his water. That's pretty useless, isn't it? That's pretty useless. Not only is that bad firefighting, someone should tell him we're heading for a drought. You can't just spray it in the back garden like that. Would you like to see who's in the green room this evening, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! My first guests are the stars of Britain's Got Talent. It is David Walliams and Simon Cowell. There they are. Look at that. What a lovely couple they make. I just want to check something. Simon, I believe I might say this, Simon, you do 100 press-ups a day, is this right?
No, 500.
500? They told me that, and I thought there's no way he does 500 press-ups a day.
Are you looking at me?
So, no, he does 100 press-ups a day, ladies and gentlemen. Because you have to be strong to crush all those dreams. Simon Cowell and David Walliams, there they are. Oh, look at them. Aren't they splendid? All right. My next guest, I'm Phil. He's on the show. He's back on TV hosting The Apprentice, You're Fired. That's right, The Apprentice is back. He's also out on tour with his great new stand-up show. Will you please welcome the fabulous Mr. Dara O'Brien? That is the correct pronunciation, isn't it, Dara?
That's really good.
O'Brien.
Yeah. Shockingly good, yeah.
Dara also presents Stargazing Live and is a passionate astronomer, second in the country only to Russell Grant. Isn't that right, Dara?
You know, it's pointless even telling you, isn't it?
Well, tell me what?
What, the astronomer... Oh, I'm not even going to go through it, right? You just read a thing at the back of the papers and be happy you've got a good week coming up, right?
That is such an Aquarius thing to say. Yes, The Apprentice is back, and that's a real shot in the arm for the small suitcase on wheels industry. In 11 weeks, we'll all know the name of the winner. And 11 after that, we'll all have forgotten it. Dara O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm excited about my next guest. He is an incredible actor, a talented director, one of the most powerful producers in Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Danny DeVito. There he is. How lovely to have you on the show, Danny.
It's really great to be here, man.
Good to have you. He's working the room already. He's not even out. He's working the room.
I'm working the room, baby.
Great to have you, not just because I'm a huge admirer of your work, but also because you make Simon feel tall.
Thank you very much.
What are you eating, Danny?
This is a chip. They call it a chip.
I know what it is, but you're just about to come and do the show. Are you really hungry on a weird...
I'm having some fish and chips.
Why, you couldn't hang on for an hour?
I was at rehearsal all day for the Sunshine Boys.
Oh, here we go.
Which opens at the Savoy Theatre.
Wow. Presumably they don't sell food there. Unbelievable.
Fine. I figured, I got here and I'm...
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Is it okay?
It's all right.
It's very tasty. If you want some, I'll save it for you.
Yeah. We'll put it on Carol's tab, don't worry. And we have great music, ladies and gentlemen, and this performance is going to be a knockout. They really have pulled out all the stops this evening. It's going to blow you away from the fabulous Labyrinth. There he is. What a good-looking young man right there. He's stylish, confident, got the whole world in his hands. Look at him, raring to go. There you go. You remind me of a younger me. You've got everything going for you. Wow. Labyrinth, I don't want to put you under any pressure, but of course tonight you're going to be performing it here, and you will be judged by the most knowledgeable man in the music industry. Danny, please don't judge him too harshly. Okay? Just give him a chance. No. Okay, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Labyrinth performing live at the end of the show for you, as well as all those great guests. Just before we get onto that, I'd like to just show you something, because we get a lot of strange stuff sent to us in the office. Most of it is complete nonsense, but this week we were sent a toy which I wanted to share with you, because it's a bear. It's an educational toy bear, and if you squeeze various parts of your body, it teaches you to speak Irish. OK? There you go. It's exactly what the market's been waiting for. So I press that, and it gives me numbers. So if I do that one down, you see there, it says that. That apparently is 5 in Irish. Is this one is... Ahe. Is that right? Am I right?
No, Shay. The bear is right. You are wrong.
I'm learning from the bear.
You're currently being outwitted and outtalked by a stuffed toy, right?
And then change the things that must mean shapes, I think.
It means colours. Colours.
Exactly, also known as shapes. And this would be blue. Blue. So you see, some words are the same now. If you press this one... That means hello and welcome to Mock the Week. So you see, he does a lot of the jobs. Actually, someone in the green room, do me a favour, will you? David, squeeze Dara's ear, see what he says. Ahen. Which means I love you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get my first guest out. They've just kicked off another search to see if Britain's got any talent. I suspect they will find a lot of it. It is the magnificent Simon Cowell and the ever-wonderful David Williams. Simon, you go there, you go in the middle. You go over there. You've been here before.
Move over. Oh. No, I can't do it like this.
This is like
Over. Stay.
It's all right.
Stay.
Are you finding this? Are you finding it hard work already?
Very uncomfortable.
What, the whole thing? Because you've done the auditions process already. The auditions phase is over. Has he been?
We had the auditions.
Why did I agree to do
that's
this
when
with
we really
David?
bonded.
David, you're married? No.
But if you were single, yes. Is that what you're saying?
No.
OK.
I'm married to a lady, so it's OK.
You chose David, though. You only have yourself to blame, Simon.
I know. There are moments in my life which I regret. And this may be one of them. No, David, he's been... no, he's been quite... No, he has... No, to be fair, he's been quite good.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Well, I've seen some of the audition stuff, and the show I've seen so far, David was fabulous on it.
Oh, thank you.
You were
Thank you,
fabulous on
Jonathan.
it. He was funny, he knew what he was talking about,
Thank
he
you.
was supportive. He was
Thank you.
incredible
Thank you,
on it.
Jonathan.
So you must
Thank
be...
you.
Simon, you must be pleased with the choice, the way he
thrilled,
performed.
yeah. I'm always happy when someone else we hire gets a lot of acclaim like that.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, we had a great time, and I hate to admit it, but he is really, really good on the show.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never done anything where people have been more interested, just asking questions. The main question I get is Simon gay?
There's
not the main question.
It is the main question.
No, it is he nice?
And
Well, we know the answer to that. With a gay thing, you know, the jury's still out.
Well, there's obviously a fascination in your... OK, well, here's the thing. Simon is always surrounded by beautiful women, OK? As were you for many years, and people always thought you were gay.
No.
Yes. And... Really? Yeah, everyone thought he was. And we all know he dabbled, but then you've settled down now.
Settled down.
You couldn't be happier,
with
could
a
you?
very beautiful, lovely lady who
clearly
doesn't have a German accent, in case you start thinking you're going to it again.
She does adore you.
No, and it's staggering because she is actually gorgeous and intelligent.
What happened? I know. So, Simon, what's the deal with you then?
You?
When are you going to settle
the
down?
right person?
I'm still hopeful.
I worry about you.
Don't worry about me.
He calls me about you all the time. He's
Really?
worried. Yeah, he's very
No, I'm
worried.
fine. I'm happy.
But would you like to be married to a lady?
Would you like to have little Simon Cowell's running around with the same kind of weird
I've
fat
thought about
haircut,
it.
just running around?
I've asked a lot of girls to marry me and they say no.
What? Man, I'd marry you, and I'm married.
But if you ask, you know, the whole of Stringfellows all at once, you will find... You know, they don't find it that flattering. You know what I mean? Get them alone and ask them.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
when they're
what
up
it
a
is.
pole, they can't hear you properly, Simon. You've got to go out on a date or
That's
something.
where I'm going wrong.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm happy at the moment.
Well, OK, I'm glad you're happy because you work like flat out. I mean, you really do. You're a huge success, but you deserve it because you really put the hours in. I know that. And you're an attention to detail on your shows. It all comes from you, didn't it? I mean, you really... You like to be hands-on with everything, is that
You
right?
have to be.
And X Factor over here, are you coming back to that or not?
No.
So you can't do both, can you?
Oh, it's impossible. I mean, I'd like to. And maybe at some point, maybe the shows will change, you know, the time zones or something, times of the year. But at the moment, they run exactly at the same time. So I produce it still. But I do miss not doing it, to be honest with you.
Gary's terrific in it. I think Gary's great. And has he forgiven you for the comments you made when you refused to sign the band many years ago?
They never do.
Because, do you want to remind us what you said about Gary then?
Go on, then.
He said, I love Take That, but I wouldn't sign them because the lead singer's too fat.
I didn't quite say that. I said I'll sign them.
Morbidly obese.
I actually said, no, I said I'll sign them without the fat one.
Oh, well, that's so much
Without the
nicer.
talented one. That's sensible.
Slightly different, but then actually then I
talented.
realised I'd made a mistake, and then I called up the manager a few months later. I said, do you want the deal? And he told me where to go. So that was the end of that.
So that would be one of the regrets you've had in your professional career, then,
Oh,
not signing Take
definitely,
That.
yeah. But, you know, then I signed Westlife. So, you know, one mistake leads to something else.
Yeah, it leads to a less successful band.
Actually, more successful.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, they sold more records.
Yeah, but less interesting.
Well,
So,
sold more records. Sold more records.
You raise me up. That one. No, I'm
Actually-
just saying you raised me
Oh,
up.
OK.
see, that I'd like to see.
What is the matter with you tonight,
Well, because you're both such a lovely couple. It's like Elton and David out here. It's marvellous. I can see you with a little baby Zachary on your knee.
Oh, we could adopt a baby.
You know what I realised, and
you
I
could
hate to
adopt
say-
Louis Walsh.
You know that character he has, where there's the Prime Minister and the gay aide?
Yeah, Sebastian, is
Yeah,
that
this
right?
is the kind of relationship which is developing here. Like, no, but seriously, I actually said to him the other day, I'm not the fake Prime Minister, David.
Hey, it's nothing to fight against. It's nice.
Don't go away. I'll be talking more to David and Simon after this. Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with the Laurel and Hardy of British television. David Williams and Simon Cowell are still on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that good news? OK, so... You're ahead of all of us in terms of the show because you've gone through all the auditions. So you've seen most of which is in store for us for the next few weeks. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you. I'm sure you don't either. But who are the real finds so far? Can you tease us with the real discoveries?
Well, what we just saw tonight, I mean, two of the people on that show, the choir and the couple, Jonathan and the girl.
Charlotte.
Jonathan and Charlotte.
Who you were suggesting maybe, and you did that thing which we kind of admire about you, but also it's a bit kind of like cold. It seems a little cold. It's very,
honest.
which is that you said he's great, would she necessarily... is it better they stay together?
He sees
should
any
maybe
two
go
people
solid?
together and wants to separate them.
He wants to split them up.
That's what he does. If he says that people come and they're a family, is it right, you're awful, you're good. Just tries to create some tension.
No, I'm not. No, he was much better than her, and I thought it was the right thing.
But he was very shy, and I'm not sure he would be there
Well, he said
her.
he wants to stick with her anyway, didn't he?
Yeah,
good.
And will they make it through...
For the moment.
So you will try and...
No, I wouldn't, actually. I think it's probably the right decision that we did put them through. But he is super, super talented, 17 years old.
And that's what's so joyous about the show. Watching at home is exactly the same as being a judge. You really don't know what's coming, who's going to be great, who's going to be terrible.
Let's have a look at the next one. If you saw the show earlier, you'll know what we're about to see, but if you didn't catch it, have a look at this. This is Jonathan and what was the... Charlotte?
Jonathan and Charlotte. David forgot her name. David?
Find a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. Where our faith
Pretty good, and that we will be seeing a lot more of him.
Yeah, he is, as David said, he is... I mean, look, to be fair, they're through as a couple, but great. 17 years old, amazing.
I don't know if anyone watches online. There's the America's Got Talent, but there's also Greece has got talent. There's the Philippines have talent. Is there China's got talent now as well? And some of the acts on that you see are extraordinary, aren't they? And have they got as much talent in those countries as we have here? Do you think?
I think we've got more a tradition of variety in Britain. That's why I think the show works so well, because we've grown up with variety on TV and so many different acts. Because although there are singers, I really like to see the comics and impressionists and people doing something different.
I like dog acts.
Well, you like dogs more than people.
That's true. I do.
I've got a picture of him.
Dogs are rather adorable.
Yeah, this is a nice picture.
A picture of him being licked by a dog.
Hold on, where is he being lit? Can we show this? This is not one of those...
There's a real dog.
OK.
It's my little puppy, Bert.
Oh, look at that.
And Simon, I've never seen you so calm and relaxed. And
Simon... If I'm being honest with you, I actually do prefer Bert to you. I
do. This is how Simon's mind works. He said to me, OK, you have to push someone off a cliff. Is it your wife or is it Bert? He wants me to make that choice.
What was the choice? Clearly it was the wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, he pushed the wife off. I used to say to my mum, if you had to push me or my brother off a cliff, who would you push? And if you don't tell me, I'll die in a plane crash.
Wow. Hold it. That's some Mother's Day present you've given her right now. She loved that.
That's so dark. Why would you do that?
What did she say?
I wanted to know. I can't tell you. And then when my brother looked away, she went... and pointed at my brother.
So she would push him off a cliff?
Yeah, instead of me,
yeah. But because he's not bringing home the money, is
exactly.
He? So,
he'll be delighted when he's watching this at home.
He won't, but he must be used to it.
One of us had to go.
No, neither of you have to go.
No, it's not a mutual choice.
No, because then one of us would die in a plane
crash. If I was him, I wouldn't go on a cliff-walking holiday with you and the mum, just in case. You know, but I know you love dogs because I've seen footage of you performing as a dog many years ago.
Oh, God.
Right, have any of you seen this?
Yes, they've all seen it. They've all seen it.
We're going to see it again.
I could watch this again and again.
Yeah. This is one of the things But no, this, I think, shows you why Simon deserves the success he's got. Because when he was starting out in the record industry, he was looking for a novelty act. And as the head of his own company, he dressed up as Wonder Dog. I didn't. And tried to get... We know it's you. We can hear your voice.
It wasn't me.
OK, well, he says it's not him. You have a look and decide whether you think this is Simon Cowell inside the Wonder Dog suit.
Do all your friends know that your real identity is Clark? Is it Bark Kent, is it?
I'm not Bark Kent.
No, who are you?
Wonder Dog.
Wonder Dog?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So then what do you do then in the evenings?
Just go out, have a quiet night in. If there's any trouble to be solved, I'll solve it.
And have you got any hobbies?
Not really, no.
Look at that. He's loved every second of it. Simon, lovely. That was you, Simon. Honestly, look me in the eyes. Was that you?
I was broke.
OK.
I think that's your best work.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask him something. You know we need your permission to show that clip on the show?
Yes.
Do we get your permission?
No.
Why not? Don't you want to see that clip go out on the show?
You've all had a little treat, but no one else is going to see it.
Okay, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell.
We'll put a link on the show to after.
In the audience is somebody who is writing an unofficial biography on me right now. Right, so this is really going badly for me.
Well, then, just say yes, and then suddenly it's going great for you.
Yes.
Yeah! You see? Listen to that. They love you again.
I love you.
Okay, Simon, what's the deal with your hair? Because you... It's such a weird...
You are going to talk to me about hair.
Well, I know.
No, but Dave, Jonathan,
It is
come on.
real. It is real because I thought it wasn't.
There is the word T in it.
Oh, blimey.
It is real.
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 It is like a Lego haircut as
Yes.
well, isn't it?
He does it. You know,
It's really...
he does it himself.
I know there was a picture
No,
in the
I don't.
papers...
You
Well,
do it yourself.
No, I don't. My makeup
You do.
artist
No,
does
you
it.
don't. You put your head upside down and then you go like that with a spraying.
Hey, but what about this picture? You all saw this in the newspapers this week of Simon with Sunita back in about
Christ.
1986. Look at that. Whoa, way to go, Tiger. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Simon. That's pretty good.
That's not me.
That is you.
That's not me.
Who is that then?
That's my brother. That's the one who would be pushed
Yeah.
off a cliff.
So, well, we've got to get moving on. We've got other guests to come out. I could chat to you guys all night. I love having you guys out here.
It's been an absolute
You can't wait to get away, can you?
Jonathan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank
Simon,
you very much.
Also, some other things about Simon that he might...
Thank you very much indeed, Jonathan. It's been great.
But Simon, where are you going?
It's over.
Where are you going?
Well, you've already did the interview.
Where are you going to?
Danny's got to go to work.
Daddy's got to go to work.
Daddy's got to go to work.
He's just finishing his fish and chips.
No, he's finished.
There's
He
loads
needs
of
to go to
time.
work.
He's fine. He's
Danny
relaxed out
told
there.
me he's late. Danny, you're on next.
Danny, you don't mind if we do another half hour, do you?
Danny's
No,
There
you
you
keep
go.
on.
There.
I like to see the dog thing again. He loved the dog thing.
All right, OK, you've been a great sport.
Thanks a
great
lot.
to have you.
Thank you.
Mr Simon Cowell
Thank
and
you
Mr
very much.
David Warren. Thank you. Great to see you. Sam, good to see you, mate. Thank you. Come on. Go on, off you go together. Oh, dear. Thanks, guys. We've got to take a break. Don't go away. We've got Dara O'Brien and Danny DeVito coming up after these adverts. Well, welcome back. That was an exciting start to the show, but it continues. Let's get my next guest out. He is the brilliant, the funny, the one and only Dara O'Brien. Dara O'Brien, here he is. The fabulous Dara O'Brien. OK, Dara O'Brien is one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen work live.
That's very kind of you.
It's
That's
the truth.
A
It's the
brash
truth.
statement at the start of an interview. Your questioning gets tougher and tougher the more
You've got to
times
live
I
up to
come
that
here.
now. Before we
By the
talk
way,
about...
can I just say what a cool ship you run? They're yabbering away. DeVito demanded fish and chips for everybody. So while that interview was on, we were just noshing down. It was like the most relaxed show I've ever done. We're just swapping ketchup and having a natter. It's great. It's really, really good.
Is that wise, though, to eat that much food just before
Well,
you come
I
in and do
may
anything, you know?
just have a carbohydrate dose
Yeah,
midway
you
through the interview. I go, what was that?
Don't want Danny coming out and say, hey, by the way, Britain's Got Talent. You a fan? You watch the show?
I glance at them every so often. I'm old school. I like them to work their way through the clubs. I
Oh,
don't like
really?
to,
So
yeah.
you don't like... But then these people have worked in clubs.
They have, and they've developed their act and all, and maybe you're giving an opening. It's the kids going, this is my dream. This is my dream. Why are you breaking my dream?
Hold on a second. Simon, is he through to the next round?
No.
Hey, I do want to ask you about St Patrick's Day because, of course, it's a big celebration where everyone gets to pretend to be Irish for the day.
Yes.
So may I say to you, top of the evening to you for last week.
See, the
I love it because I walk around the house talking Irish all day.
Oh, and that is uncannily Irish, the way you do it.
Jesus.
It is.
Where's me green lager?
Every time I'm here.
Look, a leprechaun! on! You know, because on St Patrick's Day, that's okay.
That's fine, yeah, it's
all
great.
right.
We don't get angry about that at all.
Well,
I'm actually...
Michelin.
Part of me thinks I can't get angry anymore with you for doing this every time I appear
Well, you know
in the
I
show
don't mean
with
it,
you.
that's why.
Because, yeah, and also, you're not going to not do it.
Yeah.
Because you love it. And also because, given the choice, I would happily do the entire interview like as a fake Mexican general anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain...
Who doesn't like a voice? Who doesn't like
Hola, ¿qué tal? Sí.
Wow.
I would love to do it like that. Oh, Jonathan, it's a pleasure to be here on the show.
You do that well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You've done that at home, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, constantly. And I was in the shower in particular. It just reverberates. Oh, when is he soap in the shower? Who am I talking to exactly in the shower at the moment?
In the shower, do you go, say hello to my little friend? Do you do that in the shower? Because that's not necessarily what you want. Although he was Colombian. No, Cuban.
He was Cuban. He was Cuban. El Burro.
Now, The Apprentice, you're fired. You're a great host on that. It's a great show, and you seem to have a lot of fun.
It's very straightforward. I mean, you kind of dread it every time it comes around again, because I'm sure the feeling is the same as being like a kindergarten teacher, which is, here is this year's class of tiny, small, inept people running around making mistakes that I've got to do essentially a parent-teacher meeting at the end.
You have to be, I guess you have to point out they've made mistakes. At the same time, you've got to be a little kind to them as well.
We're the bit that basically, we're the kind of the chamber that you know, that allows them to decompress back into real life.
Remedial aftercare service.
Yeah, we're kind of like, these people are not monsters. If you see them in the street, these are like, and we also give them a bit of a make-up stuff.
But you've presumably you've seen, because they shoot the series of The Apprentice way in advance.
No, I only watch it because it ruins it for me if I see that. I get confused over the events of further weeks if I watch it too far.
You watch it as it's going out, so you don't know yet. But have you picked a favourite idiot yet?
Oh God, yeah. There's one. No, let's not say favourite idiot. There is one guy who he just has this fantastic conjunction, right? Because not only is he a I don't know if you have this, because you know the bit at the start where they go, yeah, me, I am the man who makes the business, the man who does that. I am that guy, or I'm the guy who will make the king happen. That stuff, like, I mean, you know, when I poo diamonds. You know, that kind of stuff. That stuff, you know. And
they're like rappers who are saying, I am the number one, I am the very best.
It's a rap battle. They're shouting each other down, like whatever. But there's one guy in particular, Ricky, this year, who just, because he has a hobby, which he is a professional wrestler.
Wow, well, I love a bit of wrestling.
Properly a professional wrestler, like, I mean, fudge him. But his name is Ricky Martin. Wow. And this is just like an unfortunate name for a professional wrestler. I mean, like, it's a perfectly noble hobby, but like, if you call your kid Liberace, don't get him into wrestling, you know? There's something that just doesn't fit. Like, so Ricky, I can't wait to meet Ricky.
So you haven't met Ricky yet?
Oh, yeah, but when I do, the Mexican general is out.
Here's the thing I didn't know about Dar is please forgive me, I thought you were older than you actually are.
Yeah,
because I thought you turned 40 a few years ago, but you've only just turned 40.
Just turned 40 now,
OK, well, congratulations on that. How did it feel finally being a grown-up?
Yeah, it is, you know, finally looking like having the age that I look like, because, you know, because people just presumed I was 40 years as a decade ago.
How old were you when you think people started thinking you were 40?
About 29.
Yeah.
Because I used to do a show in Edinburgh where I go, what age do you think I am? And the audience would guess. And the punch-out was me going, I'm 29. Because they would very regularly 38, 39.
Psychologically, that must have been tough for you, though,
Bald and you're tall, people just presume you're older. My manner is of a man who is older.
But when did your hair first disappear?
Oh, 20. I was 20, 21.
Wow, so you were young when it went.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no, I'm well used to this. There's no kind of...
And was it tough at the time?
It was a little bit of a pain in the arse to be in college, like, with these two things disappearing back up here, going, hey, how are you? Looking less virile as the days went by. It was like... It was a bit strange, but like you know, but luckily funny. So that was kind of...
Did you ever consider a wig, or did you ever consider a hair transplant?
No, I have thought of doing a show in a wig, and changing the wig from first half to second half, and just not mentioning it, and just maybe people go, Jesus, he's not started wearing a wig, and then letting it grow through the show. Like, no, I think at this stage it would look.
It would be odd. Insane. It would be odd. And you're happy the way you look. Your wife's happy the way you look. So
yes, that's fine.
No, I wasn't. I'm not going to break some news to you here. I'm not going to say, look, she asked me to give you this wig tonight.
Listen, we all have moments like whatever. You and I met at a thing about a week ago, and we're chatting at the BAFTA Video Game Awards, and we had a moment. Do you remember the moment we have where we're chatting, we're bantering about stuff, and we both realised our bellies were touching.
It was awkward. It looked like we were kind of. It was foreplay.
It was
on
a
stage.
weird kind of...
We were rubbing.
Because that, like, you know, there's all these like euphemisms for sex. That's not one of them, right? And it was like we were bouncy castling each other. That might be the name of the sexual position we just invented.
I don't know if you noticed, but someone in the front row actually threw up. I don't know if you noticed that. You're a busy man, and the new tour, which is starting... When's it starting? The new
We're
tour?
on at the moment. It's on at the moment. And it's one of those kind of random... I'd list your dates, but it's Plymouth, Bournemouth, Nottingham,
All over the country.
Newcastle, all over the country.
But the title of the tour, I wonder if this is wise.
See, yeah, this is the thing. We had a debate about this. I went on Twitter and to say, can anyone come up with the title for a show? And I love Twitter because it's a really exciting medium and it's very fast and it's a really good way for me to get 40,000 people to tell me I look like Gru from Despicable Me. That is...
Well, we have a picture of that because we noticed that as well, yeah. It's not a bad look.
That's uncanny. Do you know, every time that damn film is on, I go, hey, do you know you look like... Yes, yes, I do. I'm not even seen the film. Right?
It's a good film.
I'm sure it's fantastic, but it'd be too bitter for me to watch it.
No, you'd be won over. It's got a heart.
OK, fine, good.
OK, so you asked them maybe...
And somebody came up with the title Crack Dealer. Right, okay. A pun on the Irish.
So the Irish, they say it's all for the crack. We love a bit of the crack.
This is a crack, fantastic. It'll be a crack deal.
C-R-A-I-C is the spelling over there. Yeah.
And we thought that's brilliant, and we put it on the cover of something, on a DVD, a previous DVD. And a major supermarket chain in this country said, no, we will not stock a DVD called Crack Dealer because we believe it encourages drug use. That genuinely people would walk into the supermarket, see that and go, geez, I'd love a bit of crack.
So, you know what, until you mentioned it, I wasn't thinking of it, but now this evening on the way home, I'm going through Camden. No, once again, I could happily sit here and chat with you all night, but I know you've got to get going as well.
I've got to sit back there and watch Danny DeVito.
We've got the great Danny DeVito come out, but will you join me in saying thank you to the fabulously funny Mr. Dara O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen. Great to spend some time with you, Ben. Thanks for coming back on. Great to see you, dude. Dara O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. Join us over the way. Danny DeVito will be here, and music from Labyrinth, so stick around. Welcome back to the show. OK, it is time, of course, for my next guest. In front of or behind the camera, either way, he has been responsible for some of the biggest movies of recent years. He's a fabulous actor, he's a great director, he's also one hell of a producer. Will you please welcome Mr. Danny DeVito? See you, dude. Fun of fish and chips. Mr. Danny DeVito. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Great to have you here. Great to have you here.
Fantastic being on your show.
Well, you're a big fan of the United Kingdom. I know that you like coming over here, don't you?
I like the UK, yeah, and I was just eating those fish and chips, baby. Yeah. They were tasty. Tasty, baby. Carol's eating them.
How is he regarded in Hollywood? Because he tells us over here he's a success over there, but I've never met anyone over there who's ever heard of him.
It's the first...
When I ask people, they've got no idea who he is.
I just met him in the green room. I've never seen him before in my life.
Exactly. You see, it's all just a big thing going on. He's not even on TV over there.
No.
Danny, what a career, and I don't think I'm overstating when I say that he's one of our best-loved actors in the movies. Would you agree, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you.
When I know you in a movie,
thank you.
And you seem to have... You know, one of the questions I was going to ask you is, you know, yes. Not in your career, but it seems to me that making movies is a lot harder than it looks, because a lot of bad movies get made.
Yeah.
Okay? You have, it seems to me, very good taste when it comes to movies. You know how to choose a project. What is it that you have that others don't have? How do you find the movies which... Because you've had hit after hit after hit.
Well, the thing about it is, I think it's, like, got to do with your feelings for it, you know. If I'm producing a movie, I go with the passion of the filmmaker. And, you know, like, for instance, when Pulp Fiction was something, Quentin Tarantino was doing Reservoir Dogs, and I never met the guy before, and I never saw the movie Reservoir Dogs. I read the script. I said, this is like a great script, Reservoir Dogs. I want to meet the guy. So I set up a meeting with Quentin, and in, like, 15 minutes, he told me his next project was a kind of a twisted tale of 3 or 4 stories he was putting together. I said, just stop right there. I felt like he had this kind of such a commitment to what he was doing. I said, I'd like to make a deal for your next picture. Now, I never saw the script at this time. Just
on your gut feeling,
my gut
and
feeling
based on
with the
how
guy.
he was about films.
Right. And a year later, he sent me Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Hot off the presses, and we made the movie, and everybody, you know.
Some of the ones you act in as well, you would think on paper, maybe, you know, you can see why it's a weird novelty idea, but you wouldn't think it would necessarily work, and yet they do. I watched 2 movies recently that you made back in, I guess, either late 80s or early 90s, both of which are just kind of crazy and strange. And even now you think, what were they thinking? But they're still wildly entertaining. Twins,
Right.
where you are the twin brother of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And also with Arnold, the really strange movie, Junior.
Junior, yeah.
In which Arnold gets pregnant.
Pregnant guy, yeah.
That's the weirdest movie, one of the weirdest movies ever made in Hollywood.
It's a strange-ass movie, but we love doing it.
Man, that's a strange
Yeah,
film.
really.
And I thought they were setting up a sequel for you to be pregnant.
Yeah. No, we wound up not doing that because, you know, he went off and did something else. This
big action
banana.
movie or something, yeah.
He did this crazy thing with the
maid.
The governor.
Oh,
no,
okay.
the maid. He's naughty.
What?
He's a very naughty boy.
Anyway, here's the thing I didn't know about you. I didn't realise, obviously I knew you'd worked with Michael Douglas.
Right.
And that you were in a movie he produced as well, at least one.
Cuckoo's
maybe
Nest,
more than
one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
But you shared a flat with him before
Yeah.
either Danny or Michael had kind of made a name for themselves in the film or television business. You lived together in a flat in New York City. Now that must have been fun, crazy times.
Well, yeah, it was in the 60s, and we were both hippies, you know. We were doing, like, a lot of crazy stuff, and...
Herbal crazy stuff?
Yeah, we were herbalists.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing about Michael is, you know, he's very unassuming, really nice guy, and very sweet, but a babe magnet.
Yeah, good looking
So
guy.
anywhere you went, you could guarantee that there was going to be a little buzz around him.
There'd be ladies. There'd be ladies.
Yeah, be ladies. So
and did you
there's
get to pick up some of the
Oh yeah,
collateral?
yeah. You go, and you know, it's like what's that? It's like rugby. You know, the ball comes through and you grab it.
So there'd be a scrum around Michael.
A scrum, right.
And one that maybe didn't make it
Right,
in the
now I
scrum,
grab her
you'd
up.
grab it and run off home. Get it
Grab her
straight
and
home.
run with it. Yeah.
Before she knew what happened. Yeah.
And none of this kicking it down the field either. You know, you think-
And then he produced One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
That's
Nest,
right.
didn't he? Which was a breakthrough for you, really, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, the Cuckoo's Nest, I did the play off Broadway, and then when in '74 we did the movie. Milos directed it. Wonderful director and
Incredible film.
Nicholson. It was the first time I worked with Jack, and it was an experience for me. You know, be in the movie. It was such a great movie, and that brought me out to Hollywood. That's where I really wanted to be. And then after that, in '78, Taxi came along.
What a great series Taxi
Yeah.
was. How many years did you spend doing Taxi?
We did 5 years on Taxi. It seems like more, but we did 5 years. That was a fantastic break for me.
Yeah.
I went in for my audition. I said, I got to get this part. This is like Louis De Palma. This is a great part. I don't know. What am I going to do to make an impression? And I walked in the room, and I looked around. They were all there. It was very scary. You know, when you're an actor, you got to go to that one seat that you got to go in, and they audition you. And I said, I took a chance. I said, I want to know one thing before we start. Who wrote this shit? And I threw it on the table. And then the rest of the day was mine.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what I said. If I said, and I got a laugh. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a gamble. You took a big gamble there.
You got to take a chance.
Is that...
You know, you're taking a chance every night, right?
Oh, I've taken a few
Yeah.
too many. Well, they don't always pan out. So Rhea Palmer, your wife...
Rhea Perlman.
Was Rhea Perlman, I'm
That's
so
right,
sorry.
that's okay.
You met her in Taxi or you met her before Taxi?
No, I met her before Taxi in the theater.
How long before you got together? How long before you went out
Well,
on a date after that?
we went to have coffee that night afterwards, and then I got her phone number, and you know how it goes.
How long ago was that? How long have you been
That
together?
was like 1970.
Wow, so you've been together
We
for
were
the
together.
full...
We were together 10 years, and then we got married.
So you've been together 42 years
40,
in actual
yeah.
fact. Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
incredible. By anyone's standards, not just Hollywood.
Well,
Yeah, I've been together coming up for 25.
you and your wife have been together 25 years.
25 years this coming
Fantastic,
summer.
man.
Yeah. But we sleep with a lot of other people.
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
I
It's the only way to keep it together.
Oh, yeah. But then making the leap from TV to movies, that's a pretty tricky
Yeah.
thing. And that was Michael Douglas again who helped you there, didn't
Yes, that's right. With Romancing the Stone. That
Great
was
film,
big.
yeah.
That was really big.
he? You know a movie I love from that period as well, Ruthless People.
Oh.
I love Ruthless People.
Oh,
I love the
Ruthless
divine
People.
Bette Midler.
Oh my God, she's so great.
We have a clip from that. I want to show you a very
Oh,
clip. It's one of
great.
my favourites. Just a very, very
fantastic.
funny little scene from Ruthless People. Enjoy this.
We found your wife.
We'll need you to come with us to identify the body.
It's not her.
That's a great moment, isn't it? Just a silly, funny moment.
Yeah, that was a silly. I mean, I had a great time making that film. That was great. There's a great scene where the dog starts biting my leg. You know, I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm gonna check it out now.
Yeah, well, check it out. Hey, now here's the exciting news: and you will no doubt have enjoyed with me Danny's company here. He's just great fun to be with, and great charisma you have. He's here to be back on stage in London, ladies and gentlemen, in the West End, in a very funny comedy at the Savoy Theatre, which is the old Gilbert and Sullivan Theatre, of course, in The Sunshine Boys, which was a wonderful movie many years ago, and then you're with Richard Griffiths.
Yeah, Richard Griffiths and I. Yeah,
when does it open?
It opens in April 27th.
Now, remind me of the story, because I saw the movie many years ago.
Actually, it was a play first in the 70s. It was written by Neil Simon, and it's two guys who were in vaudeville, and they wind up separating because one guy wants to retire. So my character is left, right, without a job because the other guy goes off to do something else.
A famous double act.
Yeah.
And one guy goes
one guy
and
splits
leaves the other guy.
And leaves me be. And now for 11 years, I'm sitting around looking for a job, and finally somebody comes looking to put the team together for one night for a special, like a TV special. And it's like oil and water, and we have a lot of really great fun. Today was my first day rehearsal. I'm having such a great time with Richard. It's just amazing.
One final thing before you go. What's this thing you're doing with your foot these days? Someone told me that you were in the green room earlier and you took a picture of your foot for some reason. What weird fetish is this that we've stumbled upon here, Dan?
Well, I take a picture of my right foot and I tweet it wherever I go. You know, I have my cell phone, and I've been doing it for like a few years, and I've got a couple million followers, actually.
Wow. And these are foot fetishists?
People, no, they're not. It's not a foot fetish. It's the kind of thing that
I say, though, you have a nice foot.
Thank you. I do it like at the Eiffel Tower, or at the at the London Bridge, or at the Brandenburg Gates. And if you stay where you are...
make this special. You get on the couch there,
okay.
and I'll put my head near the foot, and then you can... Let's do that.
So you go down that end?
I'll come down this. You go sit down that end, and I'll go...
Yeah.
Okay, how are we
This is good.
All right, okay, so...
Okay.
You know what? Simon Cowell is furious now he didn't get his...
Perfect.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Can we get in there?
That's a pretty good one. Fantastic.
But you know, what a lovely and smooth foot you have as well, if I may say that.
You know, since I've been doing it for the last couple of years, I've been taking care of it a lot better. Put a lot of cream on it and stuff.
It felt smooth and soft.
Yeah, by your cheek.
I have hairs on the top of my big toe. It's quite coarse.
I don't have any hairs on my toes.
That's unpleasant. I sometimes, for pocket money, I make my youngest child shave it. One day she'll be married and she'll have to do chores like that. Okay, wow, what a great end to the series tonight was, I think, and what a great guest to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Danny DeVito.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Danny.
I'll see you, man. See you. Thank you.
Sunshine Boy.
Okay. Take care.
Mr. Danny DeVito. Thank you, not just to Danny, but to my other guests tonight, Simon Cowell, David Williams and Dara O'Brien. As I said, that's it for this series. We'll be back in the autumn, but now here he is with a very special version of his massive hit, Earthquake. Please welcome Labyrinth.
Make an earthquake up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something they call a groundbreaker. So let me first apologize to the shirts and the ties for your makeup, 'cause I'll make you ugly as soon as it drops. We're on a rampage, bottles popping off before you know it. There's rubble and dust, 'cause we'll be trashing it up. Somebody say earthquake up in here, say yeah. I predict an earthquake up in here, 'cause we throw bombs on it, just smash on it, yeah, mush from it, hey yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to witness is no illusion. And now we got the bass playing from here to Buckingham Palace. They're all moving. Hey Simon, witnessing them up, turning them psycho. Everybody rock, let's bring the house down to rumble and dust, cause we'll be kissing it up. Somebody say, I'm saying yeah. I predict an earthquake up in here. Say yeah. I predict an earthquake up in here. Cause we throw bombs on it, just smash something, yeah, mush from it. Hey yeah. We can make an earthquake up in here. So here we go, we go. 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 Wake up in here, everybody say yeah. I'm ready to learn, wake up in here. Cause we throw bombs on it, just smash something, yeah, watch from it, hey yeah. We can make it learn, wake up in here, so here we go, we go.
Come in.
Labyrinth, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we've got two massive TV events for you tomorrow evening. Dancing on Ice, the grand final, is at 6:50, including an epic performance from Torvill and Dean. Then it's a journey filled with love, deception and scandal. The truth will surface in our new 4-part drama from Julian Fellows. Titanic begins at 9.